Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you guys are here. Today I have a special guest. We're going to be talking about something really cool happening this weekend. But before I get started, if this is the first time you're joining me, I'm Noreen. I'm the maker and designer behind Noor's Knits. As you can see, my mess in the back that we can all relate to. Lots of whips going on, lots of things in progress. And one of them is a really cool event that's happening soon, all about blankets. So thanks so much for joining me. I have tutorials on here if you're just learning to knit and crochet. I mostly design to knit and crochet patterns for women, children in the home. And if you're coming in, let us know like where you're coming from and what you're working on today for Whip Wednesday. And let's get started. I'm going to introduce my friend Hortense from Knitting with Chopsticks. I've worked with her in the past too. If you guys have been following us, you know that we hosted a couple of events, the Cozy Fall Make-Along for like a couple of years we did it. Maybe we'll do it again. I don't know. But it was a really fun event. It was also blanket squares and things like that. I've linked to like the past blog posts in the description if you're interested. But today there's a really cool thing happening, as I said, on the weekend called the Crochet Blanket Summit. And she's going to take you through all the details and everything. So I'm just going to pass it on to Hortense.
Hi everyone, so I'm Hortense from Knitting with Chopsticks. Sorry, my first name is really hard to pronounce in English. I'm a French speaker from Belgium, but like however you pronounce it, it's fine. I don't mind. So my blog is Knitting with Chopsticks, where I design both knitting and crochet patterns, mostly for women, home, and kiddos. And I have like tutorials and like events and crochet alongs, make alongs, blog hops, and all of that happening. But this weekend, I am organizing the Crochet Blanket Summit. So it's a free 3-day online event, all about like making your own crochet blanket. So if you like to make blankets, this is for you. You should sign up. I think Noor has her link in the description or in the chat or both.
Yeah, it's in the description.
Okay, perfect. In the description.
Yeah, share everything.
So go click that and like sign up. It's completely free to attend. So we have 3 days of like presentations. We have 20 speakers. So I'm really happy with the turnout. Like we have some amazing speakers. And every speaker is like presenting a crochet blanket topic for about half an hour. And then we have a live Q&A with the speaker happening in the like special Facebook group for the event. If you can't make it live, don't worry. You have, with your free ticket, you get 24-hour access to all of the videos. So every video is available for 24 hours from its airtime. So if you want to watch a video that's launched at like 2 p.m., it's available until 2 p.m. the next day. What else should I say?
I think that's amazing. I'm really excited. I had somebody in my Facebook group. She was like, "Oh, I can't attend this one session, but I wanted to make sure that you address that here." And then I was gonna respond to her and be like, you can watch it for a whole 24 hours, which is really awesome. We have access to some. So the thing with blankets is like there's a ton of information online about how to crochet a blanket, how to, all the techniques and everything. But Hortense has put everything together, and it's awesome that it's all in one place, and you're not going to have to go searching and things like that. There's a lot of resources basically with this event that I think it's going to be helpful.
Hope so. So the idea was really like you have a lot of patterns, like specific patterns, and it's just like teaching you how to do like that exact blanket. And then you have a lot of like YouTube videos or like blog posts and like tutorials about like specific techniques, but you don't have that much that like matches both together and that like tells you, okay, if you want to like design your own mosaic crochet blanket, how do you go about doing that? Like you can follow a pattern with mosaic crochet. You have like the mosaic crochet tutorial, but then how do you make your own? So that's kind of what we're trying to teach you in the summit. It's really to give you the tools to like come up with your own blankets or like adjust whatever blanket you find. Just like all the patterns will basically just be inspiration and you can make your own thing. You can use yarn from your stash. You don't have to look forever for the right pattern that matches the yarn, because you can now like make up your own design.
Right. That's awesome. I'm so excited. It's gonna be good. I know like all the speakers and all the list of everything, like the schedule. So it's jam-packed and it's really it's amazing.
Yeah, so you have like free access, like we said, like for 24 hours. But if you like can't make it this weekend at all, or you just know that 3 days to watch 20 presentation is way too much, we do offer like an upgrade where you can like have ongoing access to the presentations, and you also get like presentation notes. So if you're like more like a written person, like you can print them out, take your notes, and then later on when you want to actually use the technique and refer to it, you can just like flip through your notes, and you don't have to like go through the video and try to figure out where is the information. We have live stip and stitch parties, just like to connect, chat, and have fun, because that's always nice. And a ton of like amazing bonuses from the speakers. So like most of the speakers have contributed a course, an ebook, a bundle of patterns, all to help you make like gorgeous blankets. So like honestly, just for the bonuses, it's worth it. But you can check that out.
I don't know if I can mention my like bonus,
Sure.
not specifically, but
you can mention everything. No
yeah.
secret.
It's not a secret anymore. So I'm gonna be sharing a bundle of my patterns, and one of them is the Wild One baby blanket. I'm gonna actually grab it so I can show everybody. But it's gonna be the Wild One baby blanket that I released like a couple of months ago, and I did like a crochet along sort of thing with it. But it's a really versatile baby blanket with, some squares, like six different square designs, and it's all in a PDF. I mean, like the pattern is paid itself, but like I have it free on my blog, but you can get this as well as some of my other best-selling patterns as part of the super pack bonus. So if you've been wanting to experiment with Tunisian crochet, I have some really good patterns, and I'm including them in that super pack. And one of the best sellers that I have, like basically have all these squares, blanket squares that you can experiment with once you learn the techniques. For my presentation, I'm sharing 5 easy Tunisian crochet stitches to use for blankets. So that's my presentation, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I should get a Tunisian crochet hook to like give it
You
a try.
should. You need to
I still
finally
like
get on the Tunisian crochet
but
side.
then I'll get addicted, and then I have one more thing to share. Like it's gonna
That
be too
is
much.
true,
I can't
that
do
is
like knitting, crochet, and Tunisian crochet. That's like too much.
Yeah.
Already, like with both knitting and crochet, I always feel torn. Like I should have like more knitting things and then more crochet things, but I only have
Like
2 hands.
balancing the whips. It's like can never have enough of both, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular about blankets that you used to find challenging, and that that kind of like
Yeah, like so many things. So one of the reason I started organizing this is that I like convinced my mom and sister to get into crochet. I'm not sure that was a good idea, but anyway. Because now after like a year or something, they want to like make up their own project. So they're like, Hortense, I want to make this blanket, but I want to use that stitch I found on Pinterest, and I want to look it like this, and with this like 5 colors instead of 3, and how should I do it? So I basically start designing patterns just for them. But then I do get to put them on my blog, so we're like collaborating. But I was thinking like they're not the only ones. When I see like in Facebook groups, there are all these kind of questions coming up again and again, like how many stitches should I chain to make like this size of blankets? How much yarn do I need? How do I know like which colors to put together? How do I know which border to pick? All these kind of questions that around like making up your own blanket. So it's not that you want to be like a pattern designer and like write it up and like sell it as a pattern. If that's you, you're welcome to. Like there's definitely stuff you're going to learn, but that's not like the goal of the summit. It's more like for everyday crocheters who just want to like use their creativity, use their yarn they have in their stash, or just use whatever yarn they want and make the design they want, instead of having to like match the yarn with the pattern, find it on Pinterest with like all the wrong links and all the Pinterest problems. but that's a whole other story.
there's just so much information out there. So
Yeah,
this helps, like, narrow down what exactly, like, if you have a vision, basically, if you have a vision for a blanket and you want to make it,
exactly.
then this is what, this is going to help.
That's the whole point. And
Exactly.
like we're all like all the designers are in the Facebook group answering questions through the whole weekend. So even if you can't make like a live Q&A, don't hesitate to post in the Facebook group. We're happy to help. Any questions about like the summit, the organization, anything like that, just shoot me an email. I'm like in my mailbox. I'm like 100% for the summit right now. So don't hesitate to reach out.
That's so awesome. So the live you did with We Crochet, is it like a pre-recorded thing, or like is it live now?
No, it was like we went live like an hour and a half ago.
Okay.
So now you can find it like on the We Crochet page.
Oh, on the actual page. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
So it's like mostly sharing the same things I'm saying right now. Just like how the event works, what it is, why I like came up with it. We also shared like some of the designers that are involved, so maybe we can do that too. Like,
Ooh,
if
nice.
you guys want to know,
Yeah, like more
we have
details.
like Merly Bird, which I'm really excited about. We have Michelle from Two Brothers Blankets. Like her blog name is Two Brothers Blankets. Had to ask her. We have Life and Yarn, which she makes gorgeous
Oh yeah, she
blankets
has
a lot for life.
amazing. She has
Yeah.
amazing blanket patterns.
She has
Yeah.
really good, cool designs. Who else do we have? We have both of us, of course. We have Madame Stitch. I don't know if you know her.
I don't think I've heard of her, but
She also makes like a lot of blankets. We have Hannah from Hanchan Crochet.
oh yeah, I know her. Yeah.
Has like gorgeous blanket crochet longs.
Amazing.
Go check that out if you haven't heard about her. She's gorgeous.
I'm excited about. I think her name is Arunima.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is doing. She's from Knit Otter, and like she's doing mosaic, right? I think Tunisian crochet.
Tunisian mosaic, like I
Which
don't know in
is
which
like-
order the words go, but like
It's
Tunisian
so
mosaic crochet. So
amazing.
like,
The stuff she comes up with is just like it's so cool.
she's
I love
so
seeing it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like originally, like she was like, I told her like what kind of topic. Like I kind of approached some designers with like I would like you to talk about that because I know that's like a topic you really know well.
Yeah.
Like I wanted you to do like some Tunisian basics because I know that's like right around your expertise. But some other designers, I was like I know you do blankets. I love your blankets. I don't know what your like favorite topic is, so like let me know. And she was like, I want to do like mosaic crochet for left-handed. I was like, whoa, like Tunisian mosaic crochet for left-handed.
For left-handers, that's amazing. She has a lot of tutorials for left-handers.
Yeah. So I was like, that's maybe a bit too precise. So we like generalized it. But if you're a lefty, she will definitely have some tips and tricks for you.
Yeah.
But she has like so much expertise.
She's awesome. I love following her work. Like she's very, very creative. She has, I think, like a TCAL she does every year. Like it's an annual thing. So like throughout
I think it's starting soon.
Yeah, I think she has like
October or
a
something.
yearly thing she does where it's like squares, I think. 8x8 or 6x6, I don't know. But like she has like squares basically throughout the year. And they're like very like detailed Tunisian crochet. But they're also like crochet also. I think it's like a variety from different designers. So that's really cool too.
I love like squares. Squares are a great way for like making blankets, but like every square is like a separate project. So like you never get bored and you can like combine them however you want. Like you can just make squares and then make a blanket out of your stash of squares.
Yeah, squares, yeah.
I do that sometimes when I have like, I don't know what to make. I'll just make a couple of squares and then I have creativity again for our next project. And then I have a pile of squares and I just like pick some like, oh, those colors I like. Okay, that's a blanket for someone.
Together, yeah. Anything else that you're currently working on, like any patterns and
Oh, I have so many patterns.
Recent designs that you released or something you want to talk about?
Yeah, sure. I'm working like on a lot of blankets, like being so busy with the Blanket Summit, got all my blanket IDs going. But like my last pattern I released was a cardigan, like a crochet cardigan in like mohair.
Ooh, nice.
So it's like super fluffy, cloudy, and it's just like a very simple, like a bit balloon sleeves with like cuffs and like very easy. And it looks like ribbing, like knit ribbing, but it's actually crochet. So that Like I
It
really like
looks
that
like
one.
it's knit, yeah. Crochet like I think crochet like knit stitches are very popular and trending right now. Like I
Yeah,
saw on YouTube, I was like looking up, like search words and things like that, just doing research, and it showed that crochet like knit is like a very popular theme that people are
yeah.
looking for. So
Because
that's
like
why I love Tunisian too, like
crochet
Tunisian
goes
knit.
so much faster than knitting that a lot of people just want to crochet instead of knit. Like my
Yeah,
sister won't knit. She knows how to knit. She's like, Hortense, I'm not doing that again. It takes like 30% more time.
yeah,
I don't like I don't have time for that. Which to
yeah.
me doesn't
Something
make sense
about
because if you're crafting, like
yeah.
you can do like a little bit less projects and you're
It'll take
once you're done, you're
longer.
gonna start the next one. So it doesn't really matter. But I can understand like wanting to have like a finished piece that
Yeah,
you can like
yeah,
show
like
off.
quickly, right? Yeah. Yeah, with knitting, I like to do knitting when I'm like slowing down or I need like a moment to just kind of like, away from all the projects and just like calm down. So I haven't done like a knitting design in a long time. The only time I did one, I think, was like for a collaboration where it wasn't like, it wasn't my own, like it was an exclusive pattern for like a
Yeah.
company. Like I didn't do my own knitting patterns in a long time. I have like a couple, but then I just switched over to Tunisian crochet. I'm hooked.
Well, that's
So,
okay. Like
yeah,
everyone has to find their like
they're
niche
each,
inside
yeah,
of like crochet knitting. And
yeah,
as long like I find that if you do what you like best, that's what's gonna be the prettiest in the end for everyone. Like I know the
exactly.
projects that
Yeah,
I'm the most passionate about are the ones that turn out having the most success.
yeah, yeah,
Sometimes you have crazy surprises and you're like, what? But
yeah,
most of the
yeah.
time, when you're really happy about it, it turns out other people are really happy about it too.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Like I think that's one thing that's really hard for like designers for us is like we have to stay genuine to like our own style, our own personality rather than, catering to like a bunch of different people. Like it's like our people are gonna find us basically
but
eventually.
I find it really hard to like stick to. I want to do everything. Like I want to do like baby clothes, garments for
Yeah,
women,
yeah.
blankets,
Like it's
and then knitting and crochet and like home things. And so sometimes I worry that my patterns are all over the place,
yeah,
but
like
like I
versatile.
decided I will just go where the inspiration goes, and I
Exactly.
won't like make myself make some mittens because that's like mitten season right now. It's been 2 years since I haven't designed any because every year I'm like I need to do a new pair and I don't really feel like it. So
Yeah, yeah, some of the things it's like for me, I don't really celebrate some of the holidays. Like I don't celebrate Christmas and things like that, but I do love seeing like everyone else's patterns and things like that. So it's like it's hard because it's like you want to be able to design something that a lot of people are gonna use, but then it's like I won't use that. So it's like it's hard for
yeah,
me
it's
to
not making
yeah,
sense for you.
exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of hard finding that balance, like, designing for
Yeah, I don't decorate for holidays. Like I'm the
yeah,
worst. I just get a Christmas tree and then I take it out in March.
well that's
It
it.
usually like arrives the day before Christmas because I'm like very like last minute
Last
late
minute.
on this kind of thing. But I don't do any other type of decoration. So I'm like, I'm not gonna crochet something decorative for Christmas because I know I
Yeah.
won't take the
Yeah,
time to put it
seasonal
out.
things are a little hard because it's like, it's a one-time thing and then later people aren't going to be using it like throughout the year. It's not something
Huh.
that can be
But
used
it's
for.
also nice to have some things that you take out every year and that like
Yeah,
become tradition. Like we have some
that's
at
true.
my parents' place, we have some like decoration that's like traditional, and every year we put it out. And like if my dad forgets, because my dad is all over Christmas decorations, if he forgets some of it, we're like, Dad, where's this thing? Like, where's the gnome? Like, it's not
Yeah,
at his
where's the
spot. Like,
name? Yeah.
um, so
Yeah.
like I
Yeah,
think for the
sometimes
kids,
it's
those
yeah, it's
things.
good, yeah. Sometimes it's good to have, like, those, like, particular
But do you do like any decoration for like your holidays?
Yeah, for Ramadan and Eid, like, we have, mostly it's, like, the star and moon and things like that, like, very basic, but it looks good, yeah, so I get what you're
You
saying, though,
should
yeah,
make some patterns with that.
yeah, I should actually. I
Because
actually in
even
the
like
beginning, I like in the beginning, when I opened up my Etsy shop, I had like a few, coasters and things like that were
You
like
also sold like I'm
the
sorry, I don't know how they're
koofies,
called,
yeah.
but like the little hats.
The
They were so
koofies, yeah.
cute.
I still do sell them, but it's like I opened up a separate section or
Okay.
whatever so it's
I feel
separate.
like it's a pop-up thing, like every year at the like Ramadan season, you like pop up,
Yeah,
you talk
Ramadan and
about it, and then it just
yeah.
disappears.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pop-up thing, you're right. Yeah, so I
It's
have like
nice
a separate section in my Etsy shop for those, and like I opened a second Instagram account because I'm like I can't. It's like it's hard to cater to both audiences in
at the
one.
same time.
Yeah, so I have a separate account for it, but yeah, I do.
Maybe I should have done that, like one for knitting, one for crochet.
One for crochet, yeah. It's a lot
Because
of
like
work.
my blog is knitting with chopsticks, and then I get like complaints like, "Why are you crocheting? It's not in your name." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Same with mine. Mine's is Noor's Knits because I started with knitting, but now it's like I just crochet mostly. It's just Tunisian crochet mostly.
But yeah,
But I mean,
I don't
it's
want to change
okay.
it.
Yeah, me neither. It just flows. Like it sounds good. So I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. It's fine.
As soon as like people get to know you, they know like, okay, knitting with chopsticks, she does both. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's fine.
don't make me choose. I won't choose.
Exactly. I won't either. Yeah.
Are there any questions like in the chat or something about the summit, maybe?
Uh, no, I don't know if anyone was able to join right now because of the timing. Sometimes people are busy
No
at this
problem.
time, but I'm sure people are going to watch the replay. I'm going to be sending it out so everyone can see. I'll share it on Instagram as well. But if you're watching on the replay and if you guys have any questions about the Crochet Blanket Summit, make sure you send an email to Hortense. I think you have a Gmail
Yeah,
email
it's
on the
no,
main
it's
page.
yeah, it's just like my first name, like you can see on the screen at knittingwithchopsticks.com.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not Gmail. So it's on your
Yeah.
website. It's like a website email. Okay. Yeah. So just shoot her an email if you have any questions. Again, like if you can't catch the live event, you have 24 hours after the sessions or each session is done to watch it the next day. So don't worry about missing that timing or whatever. If you can't catch it, you can catch the replay the next day. So yeah, we hope you guys sign up and let us know again. Like if you have any questions, you can drop a comment here too. I can pass it on to Hortense, or if you have any questions for me, you can just drop a comment and we'll be happy to answer you guys. And we hope to see you on the weekend. I'm gonna be going live after my session in the Facebook group, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you join the Facebook group. I'll link to that as well below here, so you can just join in and enjoy the community and all the blanket talk.
But if you want to like make sure you don't like miss anything and everything, like all the information is in the right order, you should sign up first for the summit itself and then
Yeah,
the Facebook group. If you just do the
yeah, makes
Facebook group
sense.
separately, it will get confusing.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
true.
how it's like intended to go.
That's true. That's true. Yes, you're right. So I have the main link in my description. Just click that. It'll take you through all the information, signing up, and then you'll get the link to join the Facebook group, and then you can do that. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. You can find all my other links in my description as well. Any sales or events or anything else that are happening, it'll be in my description box. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining us, Hortense, and
Thank you for
sharing
having
all
me.
the info about the event. I hope there's a lot of success. I hope a lot of people sign up and we get to
There's
share.
already 3,000 of us, so I'm pretty excited.
Wow, it's amazing. I love that. I love that so much. Yay. Yay, blankets.
It's gonna be
All
awesome.
right. Take care, Hortense. Thanks so much
You
for
too. See you
joining.
this weekend.
Yes, you. Take care.